Less than 2 weeks to go and we are doing well. Finally, the opinion polls are catching up with the truth. Often you see these polls, but actually the surveys have been done a week before, sometimes 8-10 days before. But the last two polls out last night, one had us tied with the Conservatives on 19% and one had us 1% ahead of the Conservatives on 19%. We're trading them in Scotland and in London, but in most of England, we are now clearly the challengers to Labour, albeit in some cases Labour is still a long way ahead. But we are having a major problem, a huge problem. If you watch the BBC, listen to it, or any of the other broadcasters, and I include in this ITV, GB News, Channel 4, some days you literally wouldn't know that Reform were lying second geographically in most of the country. Why is this? Well, I'll tell you. The regulator of broadcasters in Britain is Ofcom. Ofcom are Quango, stuffed full of establishment types. And the rules they've given broadcasters are very simple. They say whilst they should take into account the current level of opinion polls, the main determinant of how much coverage each party gets is their performance in the last two elections. Well, Reform UK is brand new. We've never contested a national election before. And because of that, the coverage we're allocated is 8%. We are getting the same level of coverage as the Green Party, despite the fact we're polling more than 3 times their number. All of these rules are designed to keep British politics and British broadcasting as a nice, cosy club. Everybody's happy, everybody's doing well, and no new challenges are allowed. Well, this is now, given where we are, and I've waited to say this, but given where we are, this is now an outrage. This now amounts to election interference. This is denying the public to hear arguments that are gaining great resonance out there on the ground. And I can see that because our social media numbers are literally through the roof. There is something going on out there, and it's happening right through the age range in this country. I'm going to be looking today to try and find out whether there's anything within the broadcasting regulations, within the law, that we can do to pressurise Ofcom to change these utterly ridiculous rules. But as you might have gathered, right now I'm pretty bloomin' angry about it. And for anyone, whatever their opinion, who wants a general election to be about an open, free and fair debate, I would suggest they should be pretty angry too. Ofcom are a disgrace. They're almost rigging this election in favour of the existing parties.